right, folks, this one's going to be a little bit of an experiment because I found out that you actually can do a upgraded, strange, bizarre style technology where you literally jack in a uh, sound guy. Drop the volume on that one, okay? Drop the volume. Drop the volume. Okay. Anyway, so you can jack in a to just turn it off. Okay. Thank you. Anyway, so way, shape, or form, what you can do is you can jack in a note. I'm not a note, but you can jack in a Yeti microphone. This one being a Yeti Blue. This one, of course, being the spare, not the one I'm currently using, because that one is a doppelganger for this one. I picked this one up really cheap at the secondhand store. I figured it one is good, two it might be better. But anyway, what I'm doing here is I'm doing some basic technology playing with because I found out that you literally can plug in with an adapter. You can plug in a Yeti USB microphone into all things a freaking smartphone and it'll accept it going, yeah, that's an external microphone. So I'm now doing an experiment. Hopefully the levels aren't too crazy because that is my daily driver microphone. I haven't changed any of the settings. Now, this is going to get just slightly technical here, but on all microphones, they have the ways that they actually interpret the sound that they're receiving. There is, of course, the standard on front. There's the standard picking up absolutely everything. And then you could actually adjust like what's referred to as the envelope or how much it's being sensitive in different areas, because this one is actually a directional microphone. You actually can adjust the input level and you can adjust also the envelope or how it's receiving the sound that it's getting. Currently, mine is set up for basic setups that I thought was pretty much on level. It's not running way too loud for the input, and of course, everything starts popping and cracking. And the preamp is just going, it's too much sound. I can't deal with it. So, literally, what happens here is you adjust this to have a good input. Now, I'm actually playing with technology that is just really like I didn't know it could do that. Now, the thing about it is I knew what's referred to as a hot plug. So essentially, you plug something into a smartphone and it's going to output power. It's literally just going to say, okay, fine, here's your 5 volts, be happy, I'm going to feed something else to work with. Well, it's actually powering that microphone, and I can see it has in the power button, there is, or the stand, the actual, it's not really a power button. It's more of like a mute. So when you push it in, it starts blinking red to say, I'm on standby. I'm not doing anything. As soon as you push that button in, it goes, I'm sending out all the noise that you're making to the system that's now currently broadcasting. And it'll then be putting those things out. And hopefully, the sound is okay. Sound guy, it's fine. Okay. It really sounds hopefully somewhat adequate. And I know 10 times out of 10, I tend to be very, very, very loud. Okay, so I'm kind of doing level checks here. Excuse me for crawling up on the microphone there and crawling up on the the viewfinder. But I had to adjust the speaker level. So sound guy can do what he's doing. He's always doing what he's doing. Okay, sound guy, sound guy, sound guy. No, no, no! Stop! 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 I'm hitting the stop button for that one. That sound sucks, and he knows I hate it. That's why he plays it.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me.
Okay, so Mr. Meeseeks. Okay, so essentially we're trying to do a sound check here. I am just messing around. Cameron Blake just subbed to my channel. I do appreciate new guys coming in. This is literally just an experimentation on my part where I'm literally not utilizing the standard setup that I totally have been beholden to forever. I'm using a different microphone. And of course, I'm actually broadcasting off a Note 9 smartphone. Now, I do actually have new technology, and I keep using the phrase technology all the time, but I do actually have new stuff coming in that I'm going to be utilizing instead of just running it through a smartphone. So we'll be doing upgrades on that stuff like that there, and I will have a hopefully better appearance on the channel. Of course, obviously better video representation. You're still going to be looking at me, so that's not going to improve. I'm sorry. That's you get what you get with me, all right? That's just how it is. So if you guys in the room or in the comments could let me know how the video one, of course, obviously sounded different from using my standard previously utilized microphone system to utilizing, of all things, when I didn't know I could do this, but utilizing a Yeti microphone, Blue Yeti microphone as input going into, of all things, a smartphone. I never in a million years would have thought, okay, this works with that. Or actually, let's do this right. This works with this. I never thought these two would actually get along and actually give good input without something overwhelming something else. And of course, the other thing too is obviously it is a external device being powered by the phone that is doing what it's doing. I don't know why it's showing a box with showing like a dollar amount. You guys don't need to contribute for me doing a test video, okay? Anyway, so way, shape, or form, we should find ourselves. I'm currently messing around with this stuff. Good luck, good stuff like that there. This is not my normal broadcast time. I normally do a podcast at 9 p.m. on Tuesdays, so that is my normal one. Now, also, if you do miss the live broadcast, the only thing that you're really missing out on is if you miss the live broadcast, you don't get to put the comments into the chat room. And I always have the chat room going. Currently, I have them running on my laptop off to my right, your left, because I didn't flip the image. So essentially, I see the stuff that's popping up in the chat room. And sometimes when I do have moments when breaks in, like, my rat on a treadmill thing here, I can actually, render comments upon the stuff that's going on in the chat room. So if you guys decide to check it out, that's cool. Great stuff like that there. Please let me know what you think of the video, how it sounded, not so much how it looked, because the video aspects are going to change when I get the new device and upload videos using that device versus the previous device, which is all intents and purposes just a smartphone. Okay. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me in this one. Let me know your opinions on how the video sounded, whether it was good level, whether it sounded kind of sketch, was it too loud, too scritchy. Just let me know what you thought, okay? So I'm going to break on this one, folks. I'll catch you guys later. Good stuff like that one. And I will see you guys on the next iteration of Dude After Dark, and I will see you then. Good stuff like that there. Catch you guys later. Have a good day, and I will see you later.